and welcome to Sophia Wisdom. My name is Maria Benning, and I'm here to talk to you about a number of topics that are of interest to all of us. I am a channel for Divine Sophia, and what that means is I basically set aside my own will, self, ego, if you like, and I allow a meld to happen with a spiritual energy named Divine Sophia. And what she has told me about herself is that she is the creative partner to God the Father, and that it was she who seeded the planet. That means that she is the one who was responsible for creating humanity. Now, I'm not going to kid you and tell you that I completely understand all of this that has happened to me, but what I love is the way I feel when this energy comes through me, and I love the words that come through. So what I'm doing in my weekly show is addressing a number of topics. Some of those have been given to me by other people, and some of those I've come up with myself. So if you're interested in a particular topic, I'd love to hear from you. Email me at maria@reconnect-and-heal.com, or if you forget all the dashes, just go to reconnectandheal.com, and there's on the contact page you can send me a note that way. So I'd love to hear from you. What's on your mind? There'll be a number of things that we're going to discuss over this series. And what we're going to talk about today is the good news. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is I used to spend a lot of my time looking at the news shows and reading newspapers. And, what's in there isn't particularly pleasurable. And sometimes I would find myself really affected by that. So I'm going to allow Sophia to come through and talk about the good news. And so the energy begins to move through me and my hands move about. It's what occurs when I do a reconnective healing session, and it is for some reason the way that I connect and communicate with the spirit world, with Sophia and the others that come through me. So, the good news. Sophia, let's talk about what's going right in the world. Thank you for being with us. Well, let's begin with the obvious. I am Divine Sophia, and I am speaking to you through this one who calls herself Maria. We are on the camera, and that is wonderful news. This is a way for us to reach out and connect with many of you at one time. More and more, there are souls on your planet who have found their way home to us. This communication that occurs is possible for each and every one of you. You will see that if you become a regular listener, that there will be shifts and changes that occur in you. And trust me, that is good news. There are right now on your planet, all across the globe, unsung heroes who are doing incredible things within their local communities in order to uplift and better the people they live around and with. You will never hear of them, perhaps. And yet they go about their daily lives looking for opportunity upon opportunity to help. The more obvious ones are a delight as well. And in fact, here in America, where this show is being taped, you have celebrities who have taken the resources that they enjoy and benefit from and have risen to a higher calling. Without spelling it out to you by name, in your culture that is quite focused upon celebrity, you know who we are speaking of. There are some who have taken it upon themselves, musicians and actors, to help to heal the area in Louisiana and along your entire Gulf Coast that was so hard hit by the hurricane called Katrina. Forgotten people, were they? Shameful what occurred at that time. Many of you were stirred to your very foundation when you saw the film footage and how they were abandoned in their deepest, greatest time of need. Could have been scenes from another country in Africa. Where is your responsibility in this, you might ask? Well, the good news is that if you are called to help in this area, put your energy there, send out your feelers, and see if the doors begin to open for you so that you can assist in some way. There will be those of you who would prefer to travel there directly yourselves. And then there will be those of you who can stay right within your own homes and offer up healing energy. Perhaps you can simply intend that it go somewhere for someone in Mississippi. This is how beautifully simple, how wonderfully you can begin to participate. And when you do these things, you help your own self. There is healing that occurs for you when you offer it for someone else. This is wonderfully good news. We have said this many times, you will hear it again, that where you place your attention grows. If you are finding yourself so disturbed by what is happening across the world because you are so focused on your media, either you are watching the news channels, you are reading the newspapers, you are looking at the magazines, you are online checking the sites. When something devastating occurs, you cannot pry yourself away from that. That has a repercussion on your own energy field. And we tell you this with the greatest compassion that we can, that you must stop that behavior and pull back so that you can find again your perspective. It is a bit like when a healthcare worker is working only with people who have AIDS. Year after year, all she sees is people with AIDS. It begins to appear as if everyone has AIDS. And while an inordinate number do, and there is much that you can do to help that, it is a skewed vision because your focus is so much there. Broaden your view. There is a wide world all around you. If you are called to help, for example, with HIV and AIDS, then do so. But find the balance within yourself so that you have the energy to offer the fullness of who you are, and you can do the most good. You must take care of yourself in every situation. And this is easy enough to do. We are in a beautiful setting. Take yourself there and find your perspective. Quietly go within and find comfort in your connection to the Father.